Say whatever you want, love it or hate it, but I really love this metal story. Which is weird, because I'm going to say everything wrong about this thing. Well, it's constructed criticism, and then Marvel can just contract me to do whatever they want next, okay? Marvel, I'm open to write everything that you want if you pay me a price. You have to give me the whole Marvel thing of stuff, the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah. That's your price to have me as your writer. So, let's talk about how WandaVision is totally British. Like, not like it's nonsense. Okay, it's nonsense. Like, look at each. Like, WandaVision. I'm not saying that WandaVision is worse by it's bad by any means, but by any means, it's bad by any means. But like, WandaVision could have been so much more, and I'm full of rage for whoever wrote this thing. Like, not actually who wrote, but like who designs the whole MCU. Which I'm not saying that the way that it's designed is a bad idea, because like it's a genius idea. Like, you get it, like you have the opportunity to introduce characters, introduce stories, introduce storylines, and develop those in multiple projects that they might not even be the focus. So like, it's amazing. Okay, it's an amazing idea, it's an amazing concept, but at the same time it actually hurts a lot of stuff. Like for them, you remember when Endgame was released and we already know who was going to survive, who wasn't, because we already have confirmed, like for example, the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Spider-Man 3? Yeah, that's one of the problems that this whole thing happened. This is one of the problems of all of this. This whole way of designing. And I think that the character that most represents this on the entire series of WandaVision is the character of Monica Rambeau. Well, actually the lack of. So let's take Monica Rambeau. You compare her to Miles Morales, which, okay, it's a bit unfair because everything compared to Spider-Verse will just be considered superior, like a lot inferior, because Spider-Verse is near perfect. It's the pinnacle of perfection that all movies can achieve for. So yeah, I might be like I might have been like a bit too harsh. Okay, but this doesn't include the fact that Miles Morales is a great example to like just show how you can do a superhero origin, right? So even prior to Miles getting a lot of superhero abilities, we didn't know about a bunch about him. Like, while take for example Monica Rambeau, what do we know about her? Like, we know her for her own Captain Marvel, like the shady movie, and her own on the WandaVision, which like both are plot relevant. Well, Captain Marvel, that not that much, but like both are plot relevant, but at the same time, it isn't enough character to work with it. Okay, like for example, I can tell who Monica Rambeau is. It's basically that I cannot tell who Monica Rambeau is. Like for the Miles Morales, I can very much tell, like, he's a cocky. No, I not say cocky. He's a teenager. He's a extroverted teen that is afraid of a lot of stuff. Like for example, which is having such as the great expectation, great expectations that are being put above him, which like I can relate to him. The only difference is because his expectations are being put by other people in him, and my expectations are actually being put on myself, like me by myself. Okay, getting off topic. And now Monica Rambeau, I can like, she's a sword agent. That's something. She's friends with Captain Marvel. I guess she's friend, like she knows Captain Marvel. That's also something. But actually, like I don't know. Like, I basically can tell who Monica Rambeau is, and everyone's already declaring like, oh my god, this is great because Monica Rambeau has gained powers and will become floating on the MCU and all of that stuff. But then just like, but why? Like, just because she gained powers, like. This is what I hear from everyone who is really obsessed with her, like, who knows about the comics. Like, for example, people who don't know about the comics, like my dad, are just like, whatever, like, just brush it off. While me, I'm falling between because I know about her on the comics, but I don't know that much about her in the comics. But there needs to be something there, okay? There needs just to be something. And yeah. And like, I mean, the credit since they are going to do something with her, I don't know what it is, but it's just setting up and no payoff. Like this is one of the main problems with the whole way that the MCU is designed on. Like there's a history, and the history is just set up as just setting up and literally no payoff. Like just hoping that the next movie or now the next show is going to pay off. It's going to pay off set story, which most of the time actually don't, because the MCU isn't a closed story. It's like a full-on closed story. It's a story which is expanding is expanding like every movie. Like every movie, the story expands more and more. So like there isn't like one character arc, like one character, which is completely pay off. Like the only one arc is actually like Tony Stark, which and like I don't like. I very well guess that they're going to bring him back, which I'm just sad because I don't want Tony Stark back. Like I love Tony Stark, but at the same time I actually don't want him back on the MCU. Why? Because first of all, his death was amazing, and also it would just take off all the sacrifice that he'd been through. Do you understand it? Like, this is a problem that WandaVision happened, and the only difference because like Tony Stark, we don't actually know if he will come back. Like one of the characters of like Billy and Tommy and Vision by this matter are actually going to come back. Okay, we already know that they are going to come back. Okay, let's just stop talking about Marvel, because like I can't expect Marvel to just like develop and flesh out a full-on character that isn't even from the main cast. Like it's just some recurring character, but not the main, but not one of the main characters. So let's see what they have done with the actual main character, Wanda Maximoff. Wanda. I'm just full of rage. Okay, WandaVision could have been literally the perfect show, but it isn't. Because of Wanda. And I think that her character is bad, like, I freaking love Wanda. The character of Wanda is great, but at the same time, just like, I don't, like, the show just ruined her. Like, I still like her, she's probably one of my favorite characters of the whole MCU, but at the same time, the show just ruins her, like, okay, like, let's take a look. The prince of WandaVision is one accepting the death of her loved ones and moving on from Rift. But what actually happened is, yeah, she theoretically moved on from Rift, but actually not. Why are you asking me that? Oh, let me tell you, Billy and Tommy. Because at the post-credits we actually see that she's still seeking for Billy and Tommy, like I don't mind her, like I don't mind this, like, but if I do have the powers to all of this, to do all of this, I will probably be seeking my children. But at the same time, the whole story is about her accepting grief and move on. She isn't moving on. She's basically back to square one. And then we also have Vision, like, not actually Vision, like White Vision, which is now Vision because Hex Vision say they're like, oh, you're actually Vision. Here are your memories. And then White Vision actually Vision, and I'm just like, why? Like, he just flied away, and we know that they're back. That he's going to be back because first of all he's still alive, and if you don't bring Vision back, like, and the only way for you to continue Wanda character, like, the only way to continue Wanda character on like a way that is still rational and believable for her character is like not believable, but I mean that it still represents like she coming on with the terms of grief. Is if she stops searching Billy and Tommy, which it isn't, because the post-credit scenes already show that she's still searching for Billy and Tommy, and Vision, because like we already know that both are going to meet each other because like they are soulmates. They're basically soulmates. Because first of all, they are basically like not my mates, I might say. My jokes are terrible. they're the. I just need to say like that, okay, like they're the best couple of the MCU, and like it's really sad that we not see them together. Like we actually will see them together, but I would very much prefer that they don't get together. Like they don't see each other again. And the only problem is because it wouldn't make sense, because like if Vision knew that one is alive, he would very much search for her. And, like, I don't think that Vision being alive it's something bad, because like the idea of Vision becoming his own man, it's a great concept, no? It's a great comic, but at the same time, it just ruins Wanda's characters, and I don't want to see that. Okay, I don't want to see they ruin more Wanda's characters than what they have already done. Like maybe Monica Rambeau, they can fix something, but Wanda, they can't fix anymore her. Okay, and if they don't meet each other, it would just be weird. Why would it be weird? Because Vision knows that she's alive, and then it would just be weird. It would not make any sense if both don't meet each other again. But if they do meet each other again, what will happen? Wanda will basically be back to square one, which is already happening because of Bill and Tommy. And like, only like, you know, a way that you could have still keep alive Watch Vision. If Watch Vision was a Vision, it was Ultron. Like Ultron is still a character who has a lot of potential. Like the comics are had a lot of content for the MCU Battle form, especially for Ultron, but they do not use it. They prefer to bring back Vision alive, and then like I have no idea what they're going to do with Vision. And whatever they do with the Vision will probably ruin one of this character. Like, and like if they just make Vision become like Ultron. The way to like say like, oh, and a Vision, I knew so it wouldn't make any sense. And like it was just ruining. Like the only good thing that I can see from all of that, it's sort of Billy and Tommy because Billy is the superhero Icaro, I guess is the name. But and it's gay. This is the only good thing that I can think about her. Representativity, yeah, representativity. It's something good, but at the same time, they're. I don't. I like. I'm just mad. I'm just so goddamn mad of WandaVision, which is weird because I like the show, but at the same time, just like I just the show could have been so much more and just isn't. It's sad. It's sad. Like Bill and Tommy, I can like give a pass like a little bit because they have been teasing Young Avengers for like years and years, and like Vision, I can understand why they would bring him back. At least bring Ultron back. But now Vision, we don't need Vision. Oh, the only good thing that I can say about Wanda's character is because she, like no one, freaking like. The only thing that I can see about Wanda's character, like after this finale, is because she suffers consequences, and you're saying, "Oh wow, you're being sadistic." No, I'm not being sadistic. This is actually what needs to happen with every time, like what happened in real life, and like a bunch of shows and movies, like wanted to apply like people doing horrible stuff. And just be forgiven it, and I'm so glad that Wanda isn't one of them. Like I love Wanda, but I like Wanda, but at the same time, I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want her. She just being forgiven. Like, okay. Oh my gosh, I'm okay. Let's stop talking about Wanda, and let's just go to some minor complaints that it just don't matter that much. Okay, now some minor complaints. First of all. The show has a lot of exposition, okay? It's just exposition here and there, like, it just exposition stop. Especially on the 4th episode, and, like, I feel that we would have a lot more greater impact if we discover about the outside world, right beside Vision. But then, and then you're saying, well, but where we're going to cram all of that stuff about the outside world? I don't know. Cram episode 4, like, rearrange episode 4, like, why episode 4 was supposed to come out, like, episode 4 as a regular exposition mission, okay? Just take out the unnecessary exposition and show the other exposition that you actually needing there. Okay? And there's also Peter, like from the X-Men universe, which was just there to make a goddamn joke and isn't a character now. I don't understand it. Why Peter for the X-Men is just what he's doing there. He's there to get joke, a boner joke. I don't know what is boner. I don't understand this goddamn joke, dang it. Okay? I like just meta joke. Just meta joke with all of your important stuff. Just a meta joke with everything you could have done. You could have been easily introduced the mutants to the MCU, but no, you decide to make a meta joke with boner. Okay, now let's go to where the show was actually good, like prior to the finale. So the best episodes, which is actually pretty hard because like besides 2 episodes and the finale, all the episodes are actually amazing. Like, but like from my first episodes, I will go with episode 3, 5, and 6, which are just a film fresh from start to finish, and also episode 8 because I wasn't expecting this, and it made me cry, like cry a lot. The finale made me cry more, but the finale is horrible. So episode 8, I was expecting this brutality, and I just love it. But now we got to the lead from my list for it, the bad episodes, which you wanna know. It's episode 4 because there's exposition. Dang it, control exposition machine. I don't want exposition all the time. Like I was even realized they just didn't shut up about this word and the word. I don't care. Stop doing exposition. I don't care for exposition, especially when your exposition didn't even need it to exist. Didn't even need it to be implied this way. It could have just been implied in like a normal conversation between two people. Just stop. Just stop. And that's episode 7 because just a bunch of jokes that do not land. And everyone was already declaring the best episode because Agnes was revealed to be the villain, Agatha the Harness, and it's like, I don't care. I don't care. Everyone could see that coming. I don't freaking care. Thanks so much for your guys' pronouncing very end, and I'm so sorry this video ended up coming out late. COVID knocking on the door, I'm not taking that so well, and I'm having to manage 2 whole products on my own. Like big ones, like Project Robots and Project Desert, and I not been able to take that, and not been able to do that. Like, my head isn't taking it so well. And then you throw that, like, right beside all of my already mental stuff, and then you baga bing baga boom, you got yourself a buzzy boo. A very buggy boo boo. But yeah, thanks so much for this very end, and I hope to see you all in the next one. And if you wanna be a person of the lucky few, like the only 10% who watch my videos and are subscribers, please subscribe to this channel and click like button for you to receive all of the most quality content that you can find on the internet, especially on YouTube. So thanks so much for this very end, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.